Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Washington Huskies, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Washington likely to try to put it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Thorne. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Might be calling a hot route. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
You've got to do a better job with your decision-making at quarterback. I love the individual effort, escaping when things break down. Now you're trying to find someone open downfield on the scramble drill, but no one's there. Just throw it away. Take the incompletion, live to play another day. But now, because you ran out of bounds, you've lost 3 yards.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Back to throw, it's Turbin. Got it a quick pass. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Georgia going up tempo. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Guys, let's chat about Georgia. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be in that.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Georgia. Once he got a step. Was all right to the house.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll leave it with him. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to...
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Dogs! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. From the gun, running back on the move. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. He's got him. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Leaves it with the back. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
The Huskies come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Washington. A great catch and run for 6. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Gilliam. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Dropping back, it's Turbin. Just a short pass to the tight end. At the 35, he's open. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you've got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Complete to the left. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Try to power it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full, because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
With the catch, it's Massey. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And that's your number 4, first down.
They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Defense in press coverage. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, 1st down here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pucks it out of the air. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
They've really got this offense humming. Just a fourth play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Now on the move. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Huskies! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
Back to throw, it's Turbin. Flips it out in the flat. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Working that left side now. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Georgia going up tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
On the run, still looking. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Pulls and fires complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
He might want another play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. He'll try to do it himself. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. And understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that 1st down marker is. Great job going to get that 1st down.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hernandez. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Gets it to him on the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. Critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell on it.
Looking downfield, it's Turbin. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Back to pass on 2nd down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down. At the 20, he's got space. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Fires to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. And he ran away from the crowd and
This offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He unleashes a long one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air, it's Turbin. Zings it complete to the right.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Turbin. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
Of 9 on the play. Coming up, 4th down.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. It's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece.
Going deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention. Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it.
Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
There's a great example of a quarterback who's able to turn the page. Things haven't always gone his way. He's obviously thrown 2 picks earlier in this game, but he's still staying aggressive. He's still taking shots, and his guys are making plays for him.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Boise State is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 07 season where this program ran the Statue of Liberty play to win the Fiesta Bowl. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to USF. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Here's a heat. Creates a little room. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field. But when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play caller.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Turbin. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Quarterback gets the first down. Oh, he's got some space. And maybe they try to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another first down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet. The Bulldogs are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to the back. Spins away from the defender. Touchdown Bulldogs! And the pummeling has started. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Back trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to the ground. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Hernandez. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense.
Gonna let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball, and I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
Back to pass, it's Turbin. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Nice grab in traffic. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Georgia sends out the punt team, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll try the run. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
And the Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Making side adjustments here. To the air. It's Turbin. Oh, they're after him. Finds his big tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you.
Fires toward the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
And these QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the shotgun, the inside give. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now it's 2nd and goal.
42 Spider.
They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back. Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive, David?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose, but you can grab the points or you can go to try to put this nail in the coffin.
They'll move the wide receiver. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw. It's Turbin. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Fired in from the red zone for the score. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Washington is ready to go back on the attack. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives... And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Washington right back to the line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unleashes one. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28.
29 Philly.
From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Massey. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has...
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense.
Alert!
The handoff keeps working on that clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Turbin. Lobs it off the back foot. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Dogs! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Boise State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to USF. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. If they didn't get it off in time, it'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. To the ground with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
The defense is dialed in right now, guys. They've got the lead. They're expecting pass. Offense trying to go 4 verticals, but all game long, this defense has stepped up, and they force another incompletion.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Handoff to the single running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Working the middle, it's complete. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw. He's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's Gilliam. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
And the Dogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wideout. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Turbin. Quarterback adapting. Looking to the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Man, it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find...
Lots of running room. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Pulls it in. It's sharp. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Line getting set on second down. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Throws toward the end zone. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues.